My girlfriend secretly recorded me crying about my dad's death to mock me with her friends. I found the video. I said nothing. Then I used her email to decline her dream job offer. She only found out when they hired someone else. I, 27 male, lost my dad to pancreatic cancer 6 months ago. It was brutal, 3 months from diagnosis to funeral. He was my best friend, my mentor, everything. The kind of dad who taught me to change oil at 8, throw a curveball at 10, and respect women at 12. I'd been dating Tessa, 25, for 2 years when he died. She seemed supportive during the whole thing, held my hand at the hospital, stood next to me at the funeral, even helped clean out his apartment. I thought I'd found someone special. The breakdown happened 3 weeks after the funeral. I was going through Dad's toolbox. He'd left it to me specifically. Found this little note he'd tucked under the socket set. For my boy, build something amazing. Lost it completely. Full ugly crying on the garage floor. Tessa came out, rubbed my back, told me it was okay to let it out. I sobbed about how I never got to show him the house I was saving for. How he'd never meet his grandkids. How the last thing I said to him was, "See you tomorrow," and tomorrow never came. Tessa held me for 20 minutes while I just broke. Then she made me tea, put me to bed, and said she had to run to her friend Qley's place for a bit. I passed out emotionally exhausted. Fast forward to last Tuesday. Tessa was in the shower and her laptop was open on the bed. She'd asked me to check if her Amazon package was delivered, so I grabbed it to check. But Discord was open. Her group chat with Qley, Jordan, and Bree. There was a video file, crying baby lol.mp4. My stomach dropped before I even clicked it. But I did. It was me. In the garage. The whole breakdown. She'd propped her phone behind the toolbox to record me. The angle, the timing, this was planned. You could hear her saying, "It's okay, let it out," while positioned perfectly to catch every sob. The messages underneath were worse. Tessa, Lemme, oh, he really said his daddy won't meet his grandkids. Qley, I'm screaming. Grown-ass man crying like that. The way his voice cracks when he says tomorrow never came. Help me. Bree, your boyfriend's a whole bitch, Tess. I know, right? Had to leave before I started laughing. Went back later, and he was cuddled up like a baby. How do you even look at him after this? Honestly, the ick is real. But lease is up in 4 months, so... Girl, get that bag and bounce. Already am. He pays for everything cause he feels bad. I'm in between jobs, lol. I scrolled up. This wasn't the only video. She'd recorded me crying in my sleep 2 nights after the funeral. Another one of me breaking down on Father's Day. Each with commentary about how pathetic I was. But here's what killed me. Between mocking my grief, they were discussing Tessa's job hunt. She'd applied to her dream company, a major marketing firm. Interview was next week. They were all hyping her up about finally being able to drop the dead weight once she got it. I sat there for maybe 10 minutes. Then I very carefully took photos of everything with my phone, put her laptop exactly where I found it, and went to make dinner like nothing happened. That night, she cuddled up to me, told me she loved me, even initiated intimacy. I went through the motions while my brain planned. See, Tessa had one fatal flaw. She was terrible with passwords. Used the same one for everything. Her birthday backwards plus her dog's name. I knew it because she'd asked me to check her email a dozen times. Thursday, while she was at Qley's place, probably watching my crying videos for entertainment, I logged into her email. The interview confirmation was there, but so was something else. An offer letter from a different position she'd applied to weeks ago. Marketing coordinator, decent company, $65 salary. Not her dream job, but solid. She hadn't seen it yet. It was marked unread. I archived it. Then I waited. Her dream job interview was Monday. She crushed it, according to her. Came home glowing, saying they basically offered it to her on the spot. Formal offer would come by end of week. Wednesday, the offer came through. $95K, full benefits, equity. Everything she'd dreamed of. She screamed when she saw it. Actually danced around the apartment. Called her mom. Posted about it on her Instagram story. Vague enough to be mysterious, but clear she'd won. I congratulated her. Took her to dinner, let her pick the expensive wine. Smiled when she said, "Things are finally coming together, babe." Thursday morning, while she was sleeping off the celebration, I declined the offer. From her email, After careful consideration, I've decided to pursue other opportunities. Thank you for your time. Then I deleted the sent email, deleted it from trash, and archived the original offer. Clean. But I wasn't done. I also responded to the $65K job, which had been waiting for a response for over a week, declining that too. Same process. Delete, delete, archive. Friday, she woke up talking about giving notice at her part-time job. I suggested waiting until the paperwork was final. You know how corporate stuff can be, I said. She agreed. A week passed. She started getting nervous. Emailed HR to ask about next steps. They didn't respond for 3 days. Then, we're confused by your message as you declined our offer last week. We've already extended the position to another candidate. Best of luck in your job search. The meltdown was spectacular. What do you mean I declined? I never declined. She called them 15 times. They wouldn't budge. Even forwarded her the decline email from her own address. This has to be a mistake. Someone hacked me. This is my dream job. I held her while she cried. Real tears this time. Rubbed her back. Told her it would be okay. Even made her tea. Update 1. The entitlement spiral started immediately. First, Tessa decided this was somehow the company's fault. She threatened to sue them for illegally rescinding her offer. Her friend Bree's boyfriend allegedly knew a lawyer who could totally take the case. The lawyer listened for 5 minutes, then explained that she had no case. The email came from her account. She had no proof of hacking. Companies can move on when offers are declined, so she pivoted. Now it was her email provider's fault. She spent hours on the phone with support demanding they prove her account was compromised. They found nothing. No unusual logins, no security breaches, just her IP address. But I didn't send it. Ma'am, the email originated from your device on your network. Check again. They checked again. Same result. Then the real entitlement kicked in. She decided she was owed this job regardless. Started a campaign. Emailed the CEO directly. Found his address on LinkedIn, explaining she was victim of sabotage. Showed up at their office demanding to speak to HR. Had her mom call pretending to be a reference checking on start date confusion. Created a petition, yes really, saying companies should have verbal confirmation protocols. The company's response? A cease and desist letter. Stop contacting them, or they'd pursue harassment charges. That's when she turned on me. You're not being supportive enough. This was Saturday morning. I was making breakfast. I'm trying, Tess. This is hard for you. Hard, hard. My life is ruined and you're just calm. What do you want me to do? Fight for me. Call them. You work in tech. Prove I was hacked. I looked at your email. There's no sign of hacking. Then look harder. She actually threw a plate. It shattered against the wall. You probably want me to fail. You never supported my career. I wanted to say, actually I've been paying all your bills for 6 months while you found yourself. But I stayed quiet. That afternoon she went nuclear on the friend group chat. I know because she was voice messaging them while I was in the room. Can you believe he won't help me? Just sitting there like a useless lump. No wonder his dad probably died to get away from him. I heard Qley laugh through the phone. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember that archived $65 job offer? They followed up. Hi Tessa, we never received your response to our offer. The position is still available, but we need an answer by Monday. She never saw that email either. I deleted it. Monday came and went. That job went to someone else too. Tuesday she was desperately applying everywhere. But here's the thing about their industry. It's small. Word travels. The story of the girl who accepted then declined a major offer, then harassed the company? Yeah, that spread. She got rejection after rejection, some within hours of applying. It's not fair. She screamed at me Tuesday night. They're blacklisting me. Maybe take a break. Regroup in a few weeks? A few weeks? Rent is due. Bills are due. I need a job now. I can cover us for a bit. Of course you'll cover it. That's all you're good for anyway. Mask off moment right there. Wednesday, desperation turned to manipulation. Suddenly she was sweet again. Cuddly, apologetic. I'm sorry, baby. I'm just stressed. You know I love you, right? Yeah. And you'll help me through this? Of course. Maybe you could reach out to your network, get me an interview somewhere. I almost laughed. She wanted me to use my dad's professional contacts, the man she called Daddy in a mocking voice to her friends, to save her career. I'll see what I can do. I did nothing. Thursday brought a new low. She decided to monetize her situation, started a TikTok series. Day 1 of being sabotaged by corporate America. It got 12 views. By Friday, she was spiraling. Found out through Instagram that the girl who got her job was Qley's former roommate, Diana. That snake knew. Qley knew Diana got my job and didn't tell me. The friend group was fragmenting. Jordan sided with Tessa. Bree stayed neutral. Qley posted a story about people who can't handle their own mistakes. Saturday morning, I woke up to Tessa on my laptop. My banking laptop. What are you doing? Checking your account since mine are obviously compromised. That's private. Private? We're partners. You shouldn't have secrets. She tried to transfer $5,000 from my savings to her account. It was pending approval. I canceled it immediately. That's theft, Tessa. It's our money. No, it's mine. Your name isn't on any of my accounts. I'm your girlfriend. And? She slapped me hard, left a mark. I walked out, went to my car and called my buddy Derek. Can I crash at yours tonight? Finally leaving that psycho? You knew? Dude, everyone knows. She posted those videos in a bigger group chat months ago. We just didn't know how to tell you. Update 2. I stayed at Derek's for exactly one night. Not because I forgave Tessa, but because I needed to execute phase 2. See, while I was at Derek's, he showed me something. The bigger group chat with about 30 people from Tessa's extended friend circle. The videos of me crying were there, but so was so much more. Videos of me sleeping with commentary about my gross sleep face. Photos of my dad's funeral with her selfie smiling in the bathroom mirror, captioned, "At least the reception has an open bar." Screenshots of my texts checking in on her during the day with laugh reacts. 3 years. 3 years of relationship and I was just content. But the real kicker? She'd been planning to leave for months, just waiting for the right job to upgrade her whole life. There were spreadsheets, calculating how much she could save by living with me rent-free, eating my food, using my subscriptions. One message stood out. He's like a free trial you forget to cancel. Useful until something better comes along. Derek wanted me to confront her immediately. I had other plans. I went back Sunday morning, acted defeated, apologized for overreacting about the money thing, said I understood she was stressed, even brought her favorite coffee. I knew you'd come around, she said, already scrolling through her phone. Can you send me that $5,000 now? I need it for expenses. Let me think about it. She rolled her eyes but didn't push. Too busy crafting her next TikTok about toxic masculinity and financial withholding. Monday, I took a sick day while she was out getting her nails done, on my credit card naturally. Packed everything that was actually mine. Not dramatically, just efficiently. My clothes, Dad's toolbox, my gaming setup, the good coffee maker, the TV I'd bought, my kitchen equipment. When laid out, it was clear, 90% of the apartment was mine. But I left it all in place, for now. Tuesday, she had a breakthrough, not a good one. I know who did it. Did what? Sabotaged my job. It was Diana. She hacked me to get my position. This conspiracy theory consumed her. She started documenting evidence. Diana had viewed her LinkedIn profile 2 months ago. Diana followed the same company page. Diana once liked a post about email security. That's not evidence, Tess. You don't get it. She planned this. She spent the entire day creating a 20-slide presentation about Diana's crime. Posted it on LinkedIn. Tagged the company, Diana, everyone. Diana responded with a lawyer's letter. Defamation, cease immediately or face legal action. Tessa's response? Double down. Made a YouTube video, exposing my job-stealing hacker, a deep dive. It got flagged for harassment in 3 hours. Wednesday, the apartment's management office called. Tessa had gone there demanding they check security footage to prove Diana had broken in to use her computer. Ma'am, no one entered your apartment on those dates except you and your boyfriend. Check again. They banned her from the management office. Thursday was beautiful. Remember how she'd been living rent-free? Well, the lease was in my name only. She was just an authorized occupant. And our state, no common law marriage. No tenant rights without paying rent. I gave her formal notice, 30 days to vacate. She laughed when she saw it. You can't evict me. I live here. You're a guest, one who doesn't pay rent. I'm your girlfriend. Actually, I pulled up her Discord. Her message from 3 days ago, honestly might dump him this weekend. This whole situation showed me he's useless. Her face went white. You went through my messages? You went through my banking laptop. That's different. How? She couldn't answer, just screamed and threw things. I started recording on my phone. She noticed and got even madder. Stop recording me. Just documenting the property damage. She picked up a vase, mine, and held it over her head. I'll smash this. That's a $400 vase. I will press charges. She put it down, carefully. Friday she tried a new strategy. Sex appeal. Wore the lingerie I'd bought her for our anniversary. Cooked dinner. Badly. Put on our song. Remember when we were happy? She asked, pressing against me. Were we? Or was I just useful? She recoiled. You saw more messages. Everyone saw them, Tessa. You posted my grief in group chats like it was a comedy special. It was just jokes. My dad's death was jokes? You're too sensitive, and you're homeless in 29 days. She threw the badly cooked pasta at me. I added it to the documentation. Saturday, yesterday, Karma came calling. Remember that cease and desist from the Dream Company? She'd violated it by continuing to email employees. They pressed charges, harassment and cyberstalking. The police showed up at 10 a.m. Tessa Morrison? Yes? You're under arrest for criminal harassment. What? I'm the victim. They cuffed her while she screamed about being sabotaged, hacked, targeted. The neighbors all watched. She'd spent 2 years telling them I was controlling. Seeing her arrested while I stood calmly drinking coffee must have been confusing. I bailed her out. Not from kindness, I wanted her back for the finale. Final update, she came home from jail different. Quiet. The entitlement wasn't gone, just redirected. You did this. Not a question. You declined that job. You've been planning this. I said nothing. The email was from your laptop's IP address, wasn't it? You logged in while I was at Qley's. Smart girl. Too late, but smart. Prove it. I don't have to prove it. I know. Like you knew it was Diana? She actually smiled. A bitter, twisted thing. You destroyed my life over some videos. You destroyed our relationship for entertainment. It was jokes. You destroyed my career. You were leaving anyway, just speeding up your timeline. I could have had everything. You did have everything. Someone who loved you, supported you, paid for your entire life, while you mocked his dead father. Oh my God, get over your dad already. And there it was, the real her. I pulled out my phone, showed her a recording I'd made of her arrest. Her screaming about being victimized while wearing lingerie at 10 a.m. Already posted to that bigger group chat. With context about why you were arrested, and screenshots of you mocking my grief. All 300 people have seen it. Her phone started buzzing. Messages, calls, notifications. You didn't. Your mom's in that chat, right? And your sister? Your cousin who works at that startup you wanted to apply to? She checked her phone. Her mom, Tessa Marie Morrison. What the hell is wrong with you? Her sister, recording someone grieving, you're sick. Her cousin, don't ever ask me for a referral, ever. The friend group chat was exploding too. Jordan had flipped sides after seeing the arrest video. Bree was done. Even Qley was backpedaling. Delete it, Tessa demanded. No, delete it now. Or what? You'll post more videos of me crying? Already did that. She lunged at me. I stepped aside. She crashed into the coffee table, breaking it. My camera system caught everything. I'm calling my lawyer, she screamed. With what money? That stopped her cold. She had $74 in her account. I knew because she'd shown me while panic applying for credit cards. You have to give me money. Spousal support. We're not married. Palimony then? Doesn't exist in this state. I'll sue you for emotional distress. Countersue for defamation. Those videos of my grief published to multiple parties? My lawyer says that's a slam dunk. Yes, I'd already consulted a lawyer, Patricia Rodriguez, best in the city. You planned all of this. No, Tessa, I plan to marry you, have kids, build a life. You plan to use me as a free trial. We both just executed our plans. She broke down crying. Real ugly crying. Snot, hyperventilating the works. For a moment, one tiny moment, I almost felt bad. Then she said, if your dad could see what you've become, he'd be disgusted. I smiled. My dad taught me to stand up to bullies. He'd be proud. I left her there crying and went to Derek's. This morning, I got a call from the building manager. Tessa had tried to change the locks herself, violated the lease terms. Immediate eviction approved. She's got 72 hours to get out. Her mom called me an hour ago. Please help her. She's desperate. She mocked my father's death. She's young. She made mistakes. She's 25, old enough to know cruelty. Where will she go? Not my problem. You loved her once. I loved who I thought she was. That person never existed. Current status: Tessa's facing criminal harassment charges. She's blacklisted from her industry. Evicted in 72 hours. Friendless. They all saw the arrest video. Her family's disgusted with her. Broke and single. Me? Kept my job, my savings, my dignity. My real friends rallied around me. Already found a new apartment, 1 bedroom, perfect for one. Started therapy to process the grief she mocked. And learned a valuable lesson about people who stay with you through tragedy. Plot twist: Derek's sister Emma reached out after seeing everything. She lost her mom last year and was appalled by the videos. We're getting coffee Thursday. Not a date, just 2 people who understand grief. To anyone reading this, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. And when they mock your deepest pain for laughs, don't get mad. Get strategic. Tessa thought she was entitled to my money, my home, my support, while treating my grief as content. She learned the hard way that karma doesn't always come naturally. Sometimes you have to deliver it yourself. My dad used to say, son, the best revenge is a life well lived. But he also said, don't start fights, but always finish them. I did both, Dad. I did both.